from Chapter 10, Jail and the Sickness. 1 week later, and I'm about to get OR'd, released on my own recognizance. It's been as bad a stretch as I can recall. I haven't eaten a thing in days. Every meal in jail is the same, a slab of processed meat product, and 2 slices of white bread, a mealy apple, warm 2% milk, and a smear of peanut butter in one of those little paper cups, the kind they put pills in, but not in here. In here your head could be falling off and you'd be lucky to get an aspirin. It was a big deal whenever the trustees came around with these meals, which were packed in white paper sacks and delivered on rolling carts. I gave mine away to inmates who pounced on them like wharf rats on pie crust. I haven't slept much either. This has been my first extended incarceration. The first thing that comes to mind when you think about jail is the horror stories of rape. But half the people in SF County are wadded up sick junkies like me, too weak and pathetic to move, let alone fuck. And the other half are really tiny immigrants, politely playing cards in a corner. Nobody is sticking his dick in anything. The district attorney's office sent somebody by asking questions about who was behind the check scam. I guess they don't consider me the mastermind type. I told them thanks, but no thanks. Ralphie and Wanda are a couple tools, and I couldn't care less what happens to them, but only an idiot talks to the cops. I'm still dope sick as I wait for them to open the door and set me free. All I want to do is smoke a cigarette. It is all I can think about. That and having to use the bathroom. My insides are melting from the withdrawal. Soupy sediment trying to squirt out my sphincter. Jail is all hurry up and wait, and they've hurriedly corralled us into a giant pen and told us to wait. Through the high slotted windows I see that it is dark outside and can smell fresh air for the first time in 7 days. It smells wonderful, like car exhaust in the sea. We've been waiting in this room since noon. I need to use a toilet. I tell this to a correctional officer who tells me I have 2 choices. I can use the bathroom and not get released, or I can shut the fuck up. I decide on the latter and just deal with the slight anal leakage. I'm listening to guys talk about what a deal they're getting with 2 years suspended after 10, or is it 10 years suspended after 2? I keep thinking that I don't belong here. When I get outside, I bum a smoke and promptly throw up after I take the first drag. This is the part they don't tell you about in the movies, or in On the Road. This is not rock and roll. You are not William Burroughs, and it doesn't make a damn bit of difference if Kurt Cobain was slumped over in an alleyway in Seattle the day Bleach came out. There is no junkie chic. This is not Soho, and you are not Sid Vicious. You are not a drugstore cowboy, and you are not spotting any trains. You are not a part of anything. No underground sect, no counterculture movement, no music scene, nothing. You've just been released from jail and are walking down Mission Street, alternating between taking a hit off a cigarette and puking, looking for coins on the ground so you can catch a bus as you shit yourself. Now you are walking up 6th Street, and the brothers are calling out, "Welcome to Crack Central, motherfucker." It is nothing but drab facades and prostitutes bursting out of vinyl halter tops, mottled skin and maple ripple cellulite. You walk among the scurrying vermin as police sirens wail and car windows shatter, through the clusters of pockmarked hooligans and spooky souls sucking off the menthol butts they've scavenged from the gutter, nursing their 40s and lounging in this one big urban ashtray. See a crack whore peddling an iron. It's not a new iron, it's not a particularly interesting iron, nor is it loaded with fancy features. It's just a regular plain old iron, and you think, wow, what a tough sell. Empty cups and empty bottles, empty hearts and empty homes. Nobody has a mother out here, nobody has a past. The past is too inconvenient. You learn not to flinch when the black and whites cruise by. Steam rises from the grates, and the bums in their beaten wheelchairs with their filthy kittens on a string plead for change. A bullet to the brain would be kinder. You could wonder if derelicts celebrate birthdays or Christmas, and you could wonder how they got here, but you already know the answer. They were on the bus with you. Notions of shooting stars are very fine indeed. You do not worry about death. You will not be that lucky. It's not whether you can get away with snatching that purse or that Snapple from the store. It's not whether you can get a state agency to float you food stamps and bus tokens. You can, that's the problem. You will always find a way to steal what you need to keep going. And you can always find someone to feed you, clothe you, pity you. Sometimes they'll even let you sleep on their floor, where you'll get to listen from the bathroom as they fight in the kitchen and she's screaming, "I don't want that piece of shit in here." And so you close your eyes and pray to God that maybe tonight will be the night where you won't have to wake up in the morning. No, they don't tell you about that part.